am on this side. And I feel like the back, you've been ignored in the back. So, yes, all the way in the back. Yes, you. Hi. Okay. Now, I'm going to come to you. I suggest you just scream.
Okay. Hi. I really like being on a blog and that you write so much extra and like direct contact with your readers. Does that help you, or are you thinking, oh my gosh, people don't like this, or like how does that work for you?
So the question sort of about social networking. I have a blog, how do I feel about that in terms of, being in contact with readers and whatnot. I mean, it's a kind of conscious choice to have a presence online. You can have one, you can not have one. But I do like it in sense of being in touch with readers, writing about things that I think are important to me, and, just sort of feeling like I'm kind of a bit a part of, I try not to, interfere with what people are doing or saying or, experiencing about the books, but in terms of being there to answer questions and that sort of thing, I think it is kind of valuable, and, it puts a bit of a human face, I think, on the books, and, allows people to get extra information, like sort of extra information about them that they wouldn't necessarily get otherwise, and contextualizes things, and it's fun. I mean, we have, online in-jokes, and we chat about the books, and at some point, I believe Dad had invented a particular duck that was Will's nemesis named Fletcher. I see him mentioned a lot. I can't remember why Fletcher hates Will or what their fight was about. I don't know if they fought over the same woman or what happened. It just caused their enmity, but when I see Fletcher around a lot, it's nice that I actually understand what they mean when they're talking about him. So, I mean, if it ever got, sometimes I worry that I don't want to do so much of it that it cuts into my writing time, so I only allow myself, if you see me suddenly appear on my blog and blog a whole bunch, it means I finished my writing for the day. Because I'm not allowed to get on and post until I'm actually
That's a terrible
done.
one. Post all day.
That's I would never get done with anything. I would just be online, posting pictures of,
Nothing wrong with that.
the Avengers. I'd be like, the Avengers. And I would do that all day, and then I would never actually get anything done. And eventually people would stop reading my blogs, they'd be like, she's just gone crazy and just posting pictures all the time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tom Hiddleston. Anyway, yeah, see, I'm not allowed. I bet that Tom Hiddleston gets a kitten first, right? How do you feel about that?
Woo!
Yeah, popular choice. Sarah's like, I do that. And she did, actually. She tried to convince me endlessly that I would enjoy watching Thor, because Loki was so amazing, and I was like, I will not enjoy watching Thor, because that is a movie that looks like it should be spray painted on a man. And I finally did watch Thor, and I did not enjoy it. And I was very angry. I was like, what are you on about this guy with a big helmet with the horn sticking out of it? It's ridiculous. And she was like, you will learn, someday you will learn. And then I watched The Avengers, and I was like, Loki is strangely compelling.
Loki's outfit was ridiculous, though. Was anyone else watching, poor Loki? Every time he shows up, he looks like that one weird guy from World of Warcraft. He looks like Leroy Jenkins a little bit, I think. Do you know?
You're wrong, you pulled it off.
He pulls it off. It's really bad. I would get with the plate with the cape and the weird other stuff, but it's the helmet with the giant thing sticking out of it that really clenches that outfit. I just kept thinking, what if they accidentally made the helmet with the horns on the inside and he put it on? Ow!
It feels unlikely.
It does, but
Seems like an amateur mistake.
Strangely was what was on my mind every time I saw it, and I was just like, couldn't they have done this with that? But I mean, I admire their fidelity to the original comics, but I was really distracted by the hat. But not distracted enough not to appreciate Loki. So I told Sarah she won that one. Usually, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Points for Sarah.
Yeah, points for Sarah. Early adopter. Tom Hiddleston. All right. So anyway, off the joke.
You see, that's what you could be doing this all day.
I know. Okay. How about them folks over there?
Indeed. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, both of you?
Together. They could merge their questions.
Okay, there is a... It fell out of its bag. I'm putting it in its bag. You can shout your... Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I got it. I've got this all. You're going to have to share a keychain. Is that okay?
You can share a keychain.
It's like the wisdom of Solomon. Do you want to break the keychain in half? I'm just going to throw it and close my eyes, and whoever catches it gets it. So, did it hurt you?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go over here now. Because I think that's the... Oh, no, there is one more. Sorry. I know you have a question. Oh, you want the microphone?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
What's my job? Wait,
Are you having both your questions?
yes! Okay, that's what we're doing. Yes, you first. Don't panic.
Wait,
Same question, and you can share it with the keychain.
Okay. Go ahead. In Dark Artifacts, we Emma Carstairs, would we find out how she got the name Carstairs in Heavenly Fire or Clockwork Princess?
Well, and at the end of Clockwork Princess, we're going to put a family tree. And it's going to show how everybody in the Infernal Devices is related to everybody in the Royal Instruments and the Dark Artifices. So you will see all of the generational connections between the families and how, you know, Emma Carstairs came from the same family line as James Carstairs and how they are related. So yes?
It's your turn.
Out of your two series, which one is your favorite to write?
They're so different that I can't really pick a favorite. And actually, it's interesting in the way that I've been writing them and alternating. I remember suggesting it to my publisher initially, and they were like, "Well, which one are you going to write first?" And I was like, "Well, I'd like to alternate between them." And they were like, "That's crazy. Nobody does that." And I was like, "Well, I would like to do that. So I'm going to do it, and you're going to have to work out how you're going to promote that. And good luck to you." Anyway, I was like, "Good luck with your thing. Not really my thing. Just going to write the books." But I found that actually it was really great because I would write one Mortal Instruments book, and by the end of writing of the year and a half it takes to write a book, you know, these books are long, and the intense time you spent with the characters and how much you thought about them and what's going on with them, you're sick of them and their faces, and so you need a break. And so a lot of people just take a break between books, but for me, flipping from the Mortal Instruments to the Infernal Devices and then back again is great because I'll be the end of, you know, the Mortal Instruments and I'll just be like, oh, I'm like drained, I don't have anything to say about these characters anymore at the moment, but I have a lot to say, but I've been thinking in the back of my head about Will and Jem and Tessa, and I have a lot to say about them, so, you know, I'll go right into that. And then by the end of that, I'll be like, Will and Jem and Tessa, I'm so tired of you. Back to Jason Perry and Alec and Magnus, and then it's Simon and Isabel. So it's been really great for me to be able to switch off between the series, and so I couldn't say which one I like more. You know, they have a very different, like, to me, feel and sensibility, and so it just depends on how I'm doing at the time.
Yeah, because you do get book and character fatigue. There is that point by the end where you're like, I'm just going to kill all you.
Right. Like, I just, you know, I think all writers, like, don't want to admit it that they get that way. Like, I think, you know, J.K. Rowling would probably be in the Harry Potter book, she's like, I hate you, Harry, I hate you, Ron. You've lived so intensely with them, and you've done all this stuff with them, and they've had to do things that are good and things that are bad, and you've had to think endlessly about them and their motivations, and why are they doing this, and what are their reactions, and are those reactions realistic? And by the end, you're just like, God,
just die.
Just die. So really, probably the flipping off thing is between books is good for everybody.
That's why she hasn't killed everyone yet.
That's right.
I see somebody in the darkness. I'm pointing at you in the darkness.
Oh yeah, all the way
Yes,
back there.
glasses. You have glasses on. I see you. You're slowly rising up out of your chair right now. Oh, okay, great. That was a different person, but because you stood up, you win.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Actually, I've got two questions. Well, the first one being, like, why did Valentine beat Sebastian and not James?
He doesn't have a kitten.
And the second was, how come Maureen managed to kill Camille? How come?
Talking about Maureen in front of Maureen was like, always funny to me. I got water on me. Okay, I got first question first. Why did Valentine beat Sebastian and not beat Jace? Because Valentine knew what he did. I mean, he was pretty clear, I think, in City of Glass that he was like, I made these two creatures, you know, good boy and a bad boy. And the thing that I did with Sebastian, I was trying for one result, and I got a very different result. And I created something really evil and unleashed it on the world. And that was probably a mistake. So he didn't beat Sebastian because Sebastian was a symbol of the terrible mistake that he had made and could not undo. Whereas Jace actually lost. Which was a bit ironic and sad. And eventually sent him away from himself. And Valentine had some sense that he was himself kind of a toxic person. Eventually sent Jace away.